From your local news leader, this is NBC 10 News at 6.
Right now at 6, a family says a pit bull is the hero, not the villain. The update on the dog attack Monday in Grambling. And South Arkansas inmates posing in Nike shirts for mugshots sparks controversy. Was there a motive behind the move? Hear what the sheriff has to say about it. Plus, Louisiana is in a race against the clock to replace voting machines. We'll explain what that means ahead of the midterm elections. Thanks for joining us. I'm Natasha Williams. Gordon is off this week. A 7-year-old boy is still fighting for his life after Grambling police say he was attacked by a pit bull. However, the family says it actually was a pit bull that saved his life. NBC 10's Bria Jones talked to the child's family and shares how the community is coming together during this difficult time. Bria?
Yeah, Natasha, 7-year-old Howard Kirkpatrick Jr. has already undergone several surgeries, and while police say it was a pit bull that attacked him on Monday, his father says it was a Mastiff. They say their son loves animals, and it was his pit bull, Missy Belle, that helped save his life. Bite marks on his legs, arms, and head. 7-year-old Howard Kirkpatrick Jr. is fighting for his life. Grambling police say he was attacked by a pit bull Monday afternoon, but his father says otherwise.
It was not a pit bull. It's a Mastiff, and she is a great big old dog. I never seen any aggression in her.
He says he was watching the Mastiff for his cousin, and when his son didn't respond to his call to come inside.
So I looked for him, and he was in the backyard by the fence. The Mastiff had him.
He says Junior's pit bull, Missy Belle, came to the rescue.
I thank the Lord for my dog, man, because she got the dog's attention. I was able to get Junior away from the dog, and I brought him in the house.
As Junior continues his road to recovery in Shreveport, his father's friends and co-workers at the Louisiana Family Medicine Clinic are coming together to organize a few fundraisers.
Howard and his wife need to be with their son now, so we're doing everything we can to alleviate any worries that they have so they can devote all their energy to their son.
They say Kirkpatrick is a great father, and it was never a second thought to lend a helping hand.
We've already raised over $1,400 just since yesterday, and we could not have done that without the support of the community.
Police say the dog was put down after the attack, and the owner was cited, but Kirkpatrick says the tragedy has only made his family stronger.
It's just hard on everybody right now. There's no love lost to my family at all, man. I love my family. He'll do anything for Junior.
The Louisiana Family Medicine Clinic has set up a donation fund at the Jackson Parish Bank and the Barksdale Credit Union. They've also organized several other fundraisers. If you'd like to donate, you can find all that information on our website, myarklamiss.com. In the studio, Bria Jones, NBC 10, your local news leader.
Thanks a lot, Bria. Today marks the 18th birthday of a Sterlington teen who was killed earlier this year. Alyssa Knights was shot and killed on February 23rd. A 13-year-old pointed a gun at Alyssa's head. He said it wasn't loaded and pulled the trigger to try to prove it. That teen is charged with negligent homicide and sentenced to 5 years in secure custody. Alyssa's mother, Jennifer, wants Louisiana to require gun owners to store their guns safely when not in use. Her proposed law uses the acronym from Alyssa's name, Assuring Louisiana Youth Security, Safety, and Awareness. The Union County Sheriff's Office facing some heat after pictures of several inmates wearing Nike shirts hit the internet. NBC 10 Sheriff Cobbs talked to the sheriff, who says these shirts made the rotation in the jail between June and September and were no way connected to Colin Kaepernick's protest.
I just spoke with the sheriff, and he tells me that when people come in to take their mug shots, if they're not fully clothed, they pick their own shirts out of a box.
These young men, they already had a Nike shirt on when they came in.
Sheriff Ricky Roberts shows us mug shots taken between June to mid-September. In most of the pictures, the inmates are wearing a Nike shirt. Those mugs are now getting national attention on social media.
People who get arrested as they come in our jail facility, if it's a male and he doesn't have a shirt on, or if it's a female that is showing cleavage or is not dressed appropriate, we give them a shirt to put on to take a photograph.
Some are even shown with their uniform on, but Roberts says the Nike shirt was just what was available at the time.
We preserve their dignity by putting the shirt on them so that people don't look at him and judge him and say, well, he was arrested, he must be guilty. We have pants that people have worn.
This is the box inmates pull from when they don't have on proper clothing. There are shorts, pants, jackets, and shoes left behind by other inmates.
I still don't think it was a good idea.
El Dorado's NAACP President Janice Bush says it just doesn't look good, regardless of what officials say was the true intention.
Somebody should have thought about that and thought about the impression it would have made for not only for Sheriff Roberts, but for El Dorado and Union County. And El Dorado is struggling so hard to enhance his image.
Personally, I don't feel like that he would condone it and that he would put a mandate out to make those people wear the shirts. But I do kind of feel like maybe one of those jailers should have caught on to something wasn't right with everybody wearing his Nike shirt.
Now the sheriff tells me that those inmates that did have those Nike shirts on will be offered to take another photo. In El Dorado, Sheriff Cobbs, NBC 10, your local news leader.
Sheriff also pointed out that other inmates that were photographed around the same time had different shirts on, and they were pulled from the same box of clothing. Each one had a different intake jailer at the arrest time as well. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is making a multi-million-dollar investment in an Arklamas jail. They're giving Lincoln Parish police jury members a $2.6 million loan to expand the parish detention center and intake facility, and a 96-bed trustee dormitory will be added to the existing facility. The project is expected to save Lincoln Parish police jury the cost of transporting and housing detainees to off-site locations. It's also expected to ease public safety concerns. More than 100 types of projects are eligible for community facilities funding. A $95 million contract to replace Louisiana's voting machines has been canceled. Louisiana's procurement office canceled the contract after reportedly finding flaws. As a result, Secretary of State Kyle Ardoin's office will have to rebid the entire contract. That process to award the contract has been plagued with controversy for several months. The reasoning behind the decision is seeping into the campaign for Secretary of State race, since the Secretary of State is not only in charge of state elections, but also running for re-election. Now, Election Day is November the 6th. Coming up after the break, insurance companies can now sell longer short-term plans. We'll have the latest on the ongoing debate on whether the plans are junk or another good option. And seniors are getting Social Security benefits. Will see a bit of an increase in their benefits. How much will it be, and when will they see it?
Absolutely beautiful day across the Arklamas, but as a few twists work into the forecast over the next few days, it will not include rain, at least not at the onset. A full look at the forecast as NBC 10 News at 6 continues.
Next ET.
I'm totally blown away with it.
What Jennifer Garner is only telling ET about her former Alias co-star.
It's a big deal.
Then Sheldon and Amy's Big Bang blow-up. Next ET.
Weekdays at 6:30 on KTVE 10. Get 10 minutes of uninterrupted coverage of your local news and weather at the top of the newscast. 10 at 10 on 10. Give NBC 10 News at 10 10 minutes, and we'll give you the Arklamas. NBC 10, your local news leader.
Come take advantage of our huge truck sale going on right now. Extreme Cars and Trucks. We have 0 down, $389 a month. That's right, 0 down and only $389 a month. Come see us at 602 Cyber Street in West Monroe. Check us out online, extremecarsandtrucks.net or Facebook. That's 0 down, $389 a month.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Blue Cross offers a Medicare Advantage plan called Blue Advantage HMO through its subsidiary HMO Louisiana. Blue Advantage gives you coverage for doctors, hospitals, prescription drugs, and more. For $15 monthly premium with zero medical deductible, zero copay for primary care visits, and $0 copay for some drugs. Blue Advantage is now available in your parish. Call now for your free information kit. 1-833-868-3885.
We need to talk.
Us, it's not working out.
It's not me, it's you.
I found something better.
Better rates, better perks.
And less drama.
So yeah, we're done.
I'm saying bye to banks.
And hello to checking that changes everything.
Choice Plus checking from La Capital is here for you. Earn huge dividends on your monthly balance, plus cool perks by Bazing. Say bye to banks and hello to La Capital Federal Credit Union. Visit a branch today.
News sponsored by Calhoun Grocery, your finest meat market. NBC 10 News at 6 continues. We're taking a look at some plans that are in the works in Washington at this hour. The
Short-term health insurance plans are meant to cover gaps for people without health insurance. Under the Trump administration, those plans can now last up to a year. Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon reports Democrats failed to stop the expansion, and now critics fear it will hurt sick Americans.
Senate Democrats failed in a last-ditch effort to stop the expansion of short-term health insurance plans.
If you get sick, you're going to be in a world of hurt.
The Trump administration says expanding the plans for up to a year is good news for people who need more choices.
That can save as much as 50 to 80% off of what an Obamacare plan would cost.
Oregon Senator Ron Wyden says the plans are cheap because they don't cover many things, like pre-existing conditions and maternity care.
If you're selling junk health insurance or some other kind of health scam that rips off seniors and the vulnerable, the Trump administration has your back.
Critics of those short-term health insurance plans say the sick and the poor will be hurt the most because those people will buy the cheapest options without understanding some things aren't covered. But the administration says ultimately more people will have health insurance.
They may be right for some people, they may be wrong for some people, and we've enhanced consumer disclosures to make sure people can make an informed choice.
Expanding the plans is seen by Democrats as another effort to undermine Obamacare because it will take people out of that marketplace. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says they're already out.
The people who are going to sign up for these plans are people who have been pushed out of the individual market by the unaffordability of the Affordable Care Act.
Democrats vowed to keep fighting the expansion of the plans. In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Retirees collecting Social Security retirement benefits have a reason to cheer. Social Security checks will be larger next year. The Social Security Administration announced that a cost of living adjustment for 2019 will be 2.8%. This year's increase marks the biggest since 2012, when the cost of living increase was 3.6%. Retirees don't always get a raise. In 2010, 2011, and 2016, the cost of living adjustment was 0. But we are not complaining at all about the weather because it looks awesome.
Yep, fall-like conditions will continue, but some changes in store, including a little bit more cloud cover as we head into the day tomorrow. Forecast as NBC 10 News at 6 continues.